What's up, guys? It's Millie Says back with another 75 hard recap. Trying to get the right lighting. It is about almost 3:30 in the afternoon, so the sun has moved, and it's kind of in a weird position on my face, but that's fine. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the like, comment. I love all the comments. Anytime one of my frequent watchers leaves me a comment and lets me know that they appreciate something that I shared, it definitely boosts my self-esteem. Um, to today's topic, after I tell you guys about what I did yesterday. So yesterday's video, I believe, I can't recall exactly what time I did that video. I feel like it was around the same time, but I had already gone to the gym yesterday, and all I had needed to do was my second workout, which was my outdoor workout. I wound up going to like a track and walking around a few times for like 45 minutes. Actually a little less than 45 minutes because I had to walk back home. So that's how I got that out the way. I wound up finishing my water pretty late, and my reading late as well. So I finished after 11 o'clock last night, which not really too happy about, but a lot of that was due to I was working late. And so instead of doing the water and my reading, I was sitting at my computer working, which is all good. In any event, this morning I did not get up and do any outdoor workout. I could not find my AirPods when I went to drop my daughter off at school, and I just cannot stand going to the gym and having to listen to people struggle through through their workouts and the horrible gym music. So I didn't even go to the gym this morning. It's been a pretty like weird day for me. It's already, like I said, almost 3:30 and I haven't done anything. So after this video, I'm definitely going to get outside, just so that I can do my outdoor workout before I have to pick up my daughter. And then my second workout is gonna have to be later on this evening, but not too much later, because I only have to break it up with like within, I think it's between 3 and 4 hours in between workouts. So if I finish at about 4:30, then I could do my second workout around 7:30, 8:30, something like that. So that's what my day is gonna look like today. Also struggling on the water. This is my first bottle, y'all, so it's gonna be a sleepless night for me. I could tell. I'm gonna be getting up, going back and forth to the restroom throughout my supposed to be beauty rest. But anyway, I wanted to, in today's topic, I wanted to talk about self-esteem and how it changes over the course of time, over the course of our lives. And I think a lot of the times people tend to look at children and their personalities and say, oh, that child is going to be very outspoken. That child is going to be, a leader, or whatever labels we like to put on children before their personalities actually have a chance to develop. And it is true to a certain extent that you can look at certain characteristics very early on and kind of get an idea of what someone may be like in the future. However, when it comes to self-esteem, I think it's a misconception that it's something that you're born with, something that is either you have it as a child or in your early years, or you don't. And that is going to be, if you don't, that's going to be the cloud that hangs over you throughout the course of your lifetime. And through my own self-evaluation, observation just of people over, the course of my life, meeting different people, and obviously reading this book and kind of pondering on what I'm reading, something that I read kind of grabbed my attention enough for me to make it a topic today. And that was the idea that self-esteem is not a continuum. It's not, linear, I guess. It's something that can look different, in levels over the course of someone's life. So for instance, as a child, you may have been labeled shy or introverted or meek or mild-mannered, and then as you grow into your personality, being exposed to different things as a teenager, you might become more outspoken, more outgoing, more adventurous, more extroverted even. And then life hits you, and you may start experiencing death, of people that you love, or just a series of disappointments maybe throughout your life, in your 20s or 30s or whatever. And that level of self-esteem or self-reassurance that you may have had as a teenager kind of dwindles out. It kind of fizzles out, and you start thinking about who you once were, and this can go in so many different scenarios. I'm just trying to give you an idea of the picture that I'm trying to paint here. But as you are able to do that self-reflection and ponder and even reminisce on the person that you used to be, you can, if you have a higher level of, I think the book talks about self-efficacy, or just the knowledge that you play a role in your own level of consciousness per se. You play a key role in how you experience the world based on things that you put yourself, up against, maybe struggles that you overcome. And I think even through those struggles, whether we like them or not, that is what builds confidence. Being able to overcome those things. That's what builds self-esteem. Setting goals and achieving them. And a lot of the times, some of us don't want to set goals because we don't want to maybe disappoint ourselves. We don't want to fail. We don't want to look crazy. We don't want to look stupid. Whatever the reason why, we may choose to just kind of be and exist and believe that the way we view ourselves in this moment is just, it is what it is, as opposed to having the understanding that we can shift our mind at any point if we decide to want something different for ourselves. And not to be redundant or repetitive from yesterday's video about, just having a certain level of sense of self and understanding your worth. I think that was yesterday's video. This is more so of just, a lot of the topics, as long as I'm in this book, are going to be revolving around self-esteem issues or topics. But self-worth is definitely going to play a role in what type of struggles you're going to choose to put yourself in. And it will also determine your belief system on, is this an achievable goal? A lot of the times we don't like to set goals that we know that we're not capable of achieving. We like to set goals that there's a high probability that we will succeed. And sometimes that's good, especially when you're thinking about effectiveness and the probability of it turning out in your favor and actually achieving the goal. You want to set things that are attainable. But what I'm learning is that in order to grow, sometimes you have to make those goals that seem kind of almost ridiculous. Like, almost to the point, like, you literally have to become another person. Like, you have to morph into this other you in order to be that other person in the future that is going to say, yeah, I remember when I didn't think that this was possible. So there's a lot of discomfort in those unachievable or perceived unachievable goals. But in those unachievable or perceived unachievable goals, there is also a heightened level of self-esteem that awaits us there. Because when we get there, we're like, I didn't even think that this was possible. How did I do this? You ever like achieve something and just shock the hell out of yourself? Like, that's me? Like, I did that, or I was capable of that, or I thought that thought, or I, went to that place, or I faced the fear. Sometimes you need to shock the hell out of yourself to get back to who you once were. If you feel like your self-esteem has hit a low from what it used to be, or if you feel like you've never been at a place where you had this higher level of self-esteem and you kind of always just look at everyone else like, wow, he looks like he has it all together, or she looks like she got it all figured out. She must not have an insecurity in the world. Like, this is what we project onto other people when we view them as having high self-esteem. But it's not unachievable for us. If we put ourselves through something that we consider just either, well, they say struggle builds character, and that's where it comes from. The character is you just believing in yourself so much after you did the thing. Sometimes you're not going to believe in yourself before you do the thing. You have to do the thing and then say, wow, I'm pretty badass. Like, I really did that, And so, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on that. Like, just reading the book and reading this portion of the book and understanding and having that realization that, yeah, this author is right. This author, Nathaniel Branden, is right. Self-esteem does change over the course of our lifetime. There are some times when we're going to feel on top of the world, and there's other days, and sometimes, let's be honest, as we get older, sometimes like one crappy day, week / months can turn into freaking years of just self-loathing and just existing and just kind of on autopilot. But I think when we become aware that we don't have to drag out that feeling of self-defeat, we can actually put a stop to it and do something that's going to make us feel good about ourselves, make us feel like we are worthy of living this life. Like everything is not about, being famous or being rich. Sometimes we can get joy and fulfillment by finishing a book. If I finish a book during this 75 hard, that would be a huge accomplishment for me. Because so far I only finished one book, and I read that in a week, and I thought I was going to be able to do it going forward, but I realized that's like one of my weaknesses. I get bored with stuff. Even with 75 hard, I'm like bored with it now. That's why I'm like starting to change how I do the channel and trying to find new ways to motivate myself, because I don't want to give up. But I think if I could finish this book, I don't know, I guess I could finish it before day 75. If I'm doing 10 pages a day, I would feel like a higher level of self-esteem. I know I will, because it's just not something that I do. You know, I don't finish books. Like, I have a lot of books, but I kind of pick them up. I'll look through the table of contents. I'll find a chapter that seems intriguing, and then I'll read that chapter, or I'll read a couple of pages, ponder on it, and then I'm on to the next thing. But to read something cover to cover, as far as not a nonfiction, like, those are easy. I'm talking about a self-development help book, something that you gotta push through. Sometimes some of the pages you feel dozing off. If I could push through that and finish a whole book, I will have a higher level of self-esteem. And I will tell y'all about it. Seriously. So, I'm going to end the video on that note. And I'm pretty happy that I'm not being interrupted today. I don't have any phone calls coming through. I don't have... you know, the phone isn't dying. Well, it's charging right now, but it's not running out of memory and data. So it's good so far. I will update you guys, obviously tomorrow, on how I push through the rest of this day, because I'm definitely on a struggle bus with this water. I'm probably going to have to do a backyard workout for my outdoor workout as soon as I finish this, only because I need to chug this bottle of water, and I need to be close to home in case I gotta go. So that's why I won't be walking around the track or around the neighborhood. Yeah, and then I'm probably going to wind up doing a bike ride this evening, I have a couple of assignments that I need to do for the Melanated Soul Crew challenge, which this week is pretty easy. For the most part, it's supposed to be a rest week, but I do still need to do my workouts. In any event, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for continuing to tune in if you are a frequent watcher. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.